Hey there, I'm Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So, vlogging again. Are you sick of my face yet? So, I have decided to take part in the Summerweenathon, which is basically a Halloween in the summer. I love Halloween. Of course, I'm going to be doing this readathon. I'm going to be doing it alongside the TBR readathon, which I'm vlogging elsewhere. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys my quick TBR because I would film this like properly as a TBR, but my computer's dead, so this is all going to be in vlog form, and I'm not sorry. Well, I am sorry, but like there's nothing I can do about it. So, vlogging, yay! So the first challenge is to read the group book, which is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Now, I've wanted to read Coraline for a long time, actually. It's been on my shelf for a very long time. Just haven't picked it up. I really like the film of Coraline, and I've only ever read one other thing by Neil Gaiman, and that's Stardust, and I didn't really get along with it. So I'm interested to see if I like Coraline. Yeah, it's finally going to get read at least. The second challenge is to read a book that gives you the chills or the warm and fuzzies. You can pick to do either of these things or both of them, and simply because I don't really have that much time at the moment, I'm going to choose one of the challenges. So I've picked a book that gives you the chills, and I'm reading The Book of M by Peng Shepherd. So this book is basically set in post-apocalypse, well, kind of apocalypse at the same time, but basically the apocalypse is people losing their shadows. And as it turns out, when someone loses their shadow, they also lose their memories, which is terrifying. Like, a bit by bit, people lose themselves, people lose the things that they remember. They know that they're forgetting things, but they don't know what it is that they've forgotten. They forget their own names, that sort of thing. But alongside that, anything that they forget, they can change. So if, say, you forgot that you were wearing a green shirt, or that you forgot your shirt was green, the colour of your shirt could change. Or say you forgot that houses didn't fly, your house could fly. So it's terrifying. Like, it's a really creepy apocalypse, and I really like the sound of it. I am midway through reading it at the moment because it's an ARC, the copy I've got. Actually comes out on the 18th, which is tomorrow, so I've got to finish it today, which I don't think I'm going to have any problem doing because, I mean, like, it's really, really intriguing, and I love that it's got gay rep, it's got, like, pretty much all of the main characters are people of colour. I couldn't specifically tell you if any of them were white. I know that loads of them aren't white, and I'm really loving the representation, and yeah, it's great so far. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one, even though it kind of creeps me out. So yeah. Okay. So the third challenge is to read a book with paranormal characters, or a book where characters have pets, or has a pet. And for this one, I chose to read Hero in the Shadows by David Gemmell. I want to read this one because I've been rereading all of the David Gemmell Draenei series, and this is the next in that. And there are creepy monsters in this book. Basically, like, demons attack most of the people. It's like a heroic fantasy setting, and you've got like a badass assassin, some warrior people, and thanks. Like, I'll take that. I remember this book not as well as some of the others, so I'm in dire need of a reread for this one. I'm actually going to be listening to this one so that I can read it while I'm at work. I can read it while I'm driving and that sort of thing, so that is good times. And the last challenge is to read a book that is a thriller or a book that calms you. Now, here's where I get a little bit stuck because I didn't plan this very well. I have a lot of thrillers on my shelves. As you can see, like, this whole section here is thrillers. I have a bunch of just like random thrillers, like around, which you can't see because I didn't like move the camera. Oops. I am actually thinking about reading either The Burying Place by Brian Freeman, which is up at the top above the Dan Brown ones, or maybe the 5th James Patterson Women's Murder Club one, because I didn't like the 4th one and I really want to see if I'm actually going to be interested in the next book in the series. Either that or maybe Random by Craig Robertson. Basically, this is like a wild card and it's up for grabs for whatever I feel like reading. I'll let you guys know.
Hey guys, so I am in my car. As you can tell, I'm on a little bit of a mission to Asda because yesterday I went and bought my dad a Father's Day gift because it's Father's Day today. I bought him Black Panther on DVD, right? So I'm looking at this DVD and I'm just like, it's a DVD, I've just picked it up, I've got it, yeah. It's a Blu-ray and we don't have a Blu-ray player, so I have to go and return it before I can go around to my dad's house and be like, hey, here's this gift that I almost didn't get you. Oops. So I'm going to go and exchange that before, like all the shops close. We're going to go do that.
Hey guys, so now I'm at home. Excuse me if this jiggles, I am playing with the cat. So, Black Panther was sold out by the time that I got there. I mean, really, really typical. So my dad's gonna have an IOU for a Father's Day present. That's, typical. He's got some gin though as well, so there's that. He's at least got that. I'm gonna head around there soon. So an update for the vlog, I guess. I've been reading the Book of M today because I've got to get that finished today, like by all means possible, because the review of it's got to go up tonight. And yeah, I'm still really loving it. I started off on I was 48% through the ebook this morning, and now I am 71% through, so I still got a good chunk of book left. I think I've got about 150 pages left. Is that how page percent works? I'm not sure. I'm going to figure it out. I'll keep you guys updated with how many pages I've read today. Hey guys, so we're nearing the end of the day on the 17th of June. And I thought I'd give you guys a reading update. I'm having a little bit of a late night coffee in this lovely cat mug because I am cat obsessed right now, as you can probably tell. So I have just finished the Book of M, and I loved it. It was really good. Like, there were times throughout it where I was like, okay, maybe it's a little tiny bit predictable, like, but not in a bad way. Like, I was kind of glad that I was getting those things right, because it was like the most powerful thing that it could have been. That was the answer to it, or the things that were coming up. They were powerful, and I liked it. I loved how many of the characters were people of color, and that there was even some gay rep in there. Like, it was just kind of a heartbreaking book. It was a kind of different kind of apocalypse, because I really like apocalypse type books. I really like zombies and that sort of thing. But it's such an interesting take on an apocalypse that I have never seen anything like it before, and I'm really, really into it. And like the end, there was like a moment, I think it was about 3% away from the end, and I literally shouted out loud. I was in a room with my parents and brother and the cat, and like I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna finish this book, and then I'm there like, no, oh my god. And my mum was like, shall I put the book in the freezer? And I was like, thanks, Mum. If you know where that's from, please indulge me, because that is something that my mum always says to me when I get totally stressed out over a book. But honestly, the end, I was like, no, what? It was so good. There were a few twists I got, but there were definitely some that I didn't, and I can't recommend it enough. I got that as a an arc from NetGalley, and I'm going to be buying it because I want that on my shelf, because I want to reread it. So, and I want it in physical form because it was really good, and I'm kind of sad that I don't have it in any other form but on my phone, so I'm picking that one up when it comes out, which is tomorrow. I'm picking it up soon. The next book I'm going to pick up is not a Summerweenathon book, which is mental considering I'm only reading 4 books for Summerweenathon. You'd think that I could bloody, read a book for it, but no, silly me. I have a day and the rest of today to read The Foxhole Court because it's on my friend Simone's Kindle, and before I have to return her Kindle. So I'm going to read that because I have a limited time and I want to know what happens. I'm like 22% through that at the moment, and I really like it so far. It's kind of like reading fan fiction, but like an actual book. So, I'm into it. It's about a bunch of dysfunctional boys at playing a sport in college that's like a mix between lacrosse and, I don't know, something violent. They're very dysfunctional, and I'm kind of just liking it. I want to know more about them. Apparently it gets really dark, so I'm all for it. So it is now 10 to 11, and I have gotten to 34% through The Foxhole Court. And, I still really like it. I kind of guessed the whole background of the characters and what happened to Kevin's hand. I'm trying not to spoil. It's late, so I'm not doing a very good job of not spoiling. So I kind of guessed some of the things that were happening, but I still really like it. Weirdly, I have this vision in my head of it kind of reminds me of this anime that I once watched about volleyball. The whole how seriously these people are taking the sport. That kind of vibe is pretty similar for me. I never really got that far into the anime, so if you remember what that anime is called and then call me out on it not being at all similar, then I'm sorry. But yeah, I like The Foxhole Court. It's really good. I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go, but I have a feeling I'm going to like it. It's going to be one of those sort of easy reads, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be interested in the characters and what goes on with them when we get to know a little bit more about them, because everybody's kind of still such a mystery, and that's kind of part of the charm, I guess. So be interesting. Also, I'm gonna go to bed now because this one already has, and I've just woken him up, and now he's like, I hate you, Catherine, why did you wake me up? Cute. Hey guys. So I'm doing washing up right now because, of course I am. Washing up takes a long time. Instead of listening to my audiobook today though, I thought I would chat with you guys. So I read a bit more of Foxhole Court last night. I am 41% through. I'm still really liking it. I feel like I kind of expected it to go in the sort of direction it's going. It's just I'm not quite sure how far it's gonna go into it. I really like the gangster side of it. I'm also curious to see what it is that Neil is hiding apart from all the monies. But yeah, I really like how diverse the characters are, and I want to see where it goes. Definitely just got interrupted with a phone call about my car, which needs 2 new tyres. Yay for expenses! Hooray! No, to be fair, I'd rather be safe on the road, to be honest. So, yeah. I'm probably going to start reading Coraline at some point today because that is the group book for Summerweenathon. And yeah, I'm quite excited to get to that one. It should be quite short, and I'm hoping kind of an easy read. I found the Book of M, which I finished yesterday, I found that quite heavy because it was draining because of how intense it was, and the things that the chills, the craziness, and how horrifying that all could be. I found that quite draining. It was a long book as well, so I'm a bit like, kind of want, even though it's going to be like spooky and stuff, I kind of want one that's easier to read. So I'm hoping that's what that'll be. I mean, the Foxhole Court is going to be draining too, because everybody's got problems in that book. But yeah, apart from that, quite intrigued. Quite intrigued by it all. Anyway, that's my nice little washing up time done. I've just flicked like bubbles at the camera, so I'm going to turn you off now.
Make it a clean exit so we can cut. We can edit. That's it. And call Uber or carpool, and somebody put in it's going to be 23 plus.
Hello. Long time no see. Time for an update vlog. So it is about 20 past 6 on Monday. I've had the day off today to do all of the things. My car is back. My car is fixed. My car is expensive. Guess what? My computer is also expensive and I have to buy a new one. So that's awesome. Aside from that, I've been reading The Foxhole Court today. I'm 73% through that and I really like it. I kind of just don't... Like, there's not enough book left for all the things that need to happen. Like, is it just going to leave me hanging? I don't want it to leave me hanging. I feel like that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to go kickboxing now. Because I need to beat some shit up. That's not where I go. No, I need to go and work out and be fitter and healthier. Yay, life. Yeah, so I'm going to go and do that and read afterwards. So I'll give you guys another update then. So I am back from kickboxing and I've just spent like the rest of the evening reading. I finished The Foxhole Court and I really enjoyed it. It's not a happy book by any means, and it definitely left it on like a complete like, oh shit ending, like, and I really want to read the next one. Sorry, Cooper's like pouncing on my feet right now. So yeah, I have just finished that and that was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I can now return Simone's Kindle and be sad that I don't have one, because actually I kind of liked having, like, I kind of liked a Kindle. It was kind of good. I've previously been like, oh no, I don't want a Kindle. Why would I want that? I like physical books. Then actually reading on a Kindle, I quite liked it. It wasn't like, it didn't strain my eyes as much as reading the Kindle app on my phone. And if I'm going to be reading things like as an ebook, then I'm really considering it. But yeah, so I'm going to be picking up Coraline, because that is the group book for Summerweenathon, and yeah, that's what I'm going to be picking up. It's somewhere on one of those shelves, somewhere over about here on the shelf. I'm going to pick that up in the morning, and yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think. Hey guys. So it is 11:30 and I have just got in from the cinema. Well, I picked Cooper up from my mum's house and he is now running around like a crazy cat. So in honor of Summerweenathon, I went to see Hereditary, which is a horror film. I don't usually go and see horror films in the cinema because I'm such a wuss, and I'm like, do I want to sleep at night? Ugh. But one of my friends, who has yet to see this film, he convinced me to go and watch it. And he was like, yeah, go watch it, and then we can talk about it. And a couple of my other friends from work were going. So I was like, okay, fine, you've convinced me. So went to see it. I'm just so confused. I'm so confused. What happened in that film? If you've seen that film, please, please tell me what you think happened in that film, because I'm so confused right now. I have a feeling it's to do with like psychosis. Did you see him try to jump off of it? Yeah, the film. I have a feeling it's like psychosis related more than like any of the things that happened actually happening after that one person kicks the bucket. I think all of that is psychosis. But I mean, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's like not a jump scare film. It's kind of more mental, and I don't know if you like bugs, if you like naked old people, if you like gross shots of gross things for a little bit longer than is necessarily comfortable, you know, you might like this film. Perhaps I'm being a little bit too harsh on it. It did have a very like slow burn tension that I quite liked, and like the sound was really good. It did a really good job of building up that tension. Plus the acting was very good. I actually really liked all the people that were acting, and I was like, you kind of feel like you're being dragged through the mud with these people, and you're like, oh god, just more things could go wrong. And yeah, but like the end though, I'm not going to say anything because it's spoilery, but like, I'm so confused. Please, if you've watched this film, let me know, because I'm super confused. I feel like, am I missing something? Like, if I'm missing something, please let me know. But like, me and everyone I went to see that with were like, huh? So confused. Reading update though for you guys. I've read 60 something pages of Coraline, and I'm probably just going to read a little bit more before bed. I didn't listen to any of my audiobook today because I was super busy at work, and it's just what happens, isn't it? So I'm going to get back to that tomorrow. And yeah, more reading. Maybe I can finish Coraline tomorrow because it is really, really short, and like big words, big font. And pictures. It's got some pictures in it, so I'm going to get on that, and then we'll see. We'll see what I pick up next.
Morning, guys. So it is the morning of the 20th of June, Wednesday, and I am sat in the car reading Coraline before work. I am on page 141, which means I've got about 40 pages left. I've just run out of time before work, so yeah, I'm still finding it like meh. I don't really care. It's all so simple, and I mean, I know it's a kid's book, and I think that's probably why I'm just not finding that I'm connecting to it. But still, I could, you know. I'm glad that I'll have read it, but I keep thinking about the film and going, I really like this film. It's way better than the book, and that's what I found with Stardust as well. So maybe that's just a thing with me and Neil Gaiman. Like, maybe I'm just not. He is not a writer for me, which is a shame because I really wanted to read American Gods. I know I should probably actually read one of his adult books before I completely like swear off him or just think that he's not really for me. But we'll see. We'll see.
So before I start talking, look at this cutie pie. He's so adorable and purry, and I love him. Yes, so I just got back from kickboxing. Oh my god, look, he's playing with the table. Let's try that again, shall we? So I just got back from kickboxing and sat here reading. I finished Coraline. I didn't like Coraline. I was really bored by it. I kind of just thought it was a bit like, ugh, don't really care. Yeah, Coraline was pretty rubbish, really. I don't seem to get along with Neil Gaiman's writing very well. I just think it's really juvenile. I mean, I know Coraline was a middle grade book or whatever. I feel like even when I was that age, even when I was younger than that age, that would be too juvenile for me. I didn't appreciate it. And it was just all like, if the things that were meant to be dark were just like flowers and rainbows, even then, and it was like everything was just brushed over, like it was never scary or anything like that. And like I really enjoyed the film of Coraline, where I think they did that much better and they actually made it creepy. I just don't think the book did that, so that was really sad, really. I have read a lot more of David Gilmour's Hero in the Shadows. I think I haven't officially marked it. I haven't figured out what page I'm on, but I know I'm past halfway. I've got 6 hours left, but yeah, I'm probably going to finish that tomorrow. I'd like to finish it tomorrow. That is pretty much my update for today. I've been watching Hannibal. I'm rewatching Hannibal at the moment, and it kind of seemed perfect for Summerweenathon as well, because I was like, well, Hannibal's pretty creepy, and like, if I don't manage to do all of the challenges for the reading challenges or anything, I'm kind of mixing it up by going to see a horror film and then watching like a thriller. I'm gonna go with that. That's effort. But yeah, I'm rewatching season 2 of Hannibal. I'm on episode 5 at the moment. I really like it. I like Hannibal a lot. I think it's a really good TV show. So probably gonna go to bed now, and tomorrow I will start another book. I think the thriller I'm gonna read will be American Assassin, because I had already started reading that one. It's quite a big book, but it's not a difficult one, so I'm gonna try and read that.
Hey guys, so it is Friday morning. I didn't vlog at all yesterday because I am useless and I'm not even going to deny it. Basically, I just did a lot of house stuff yesterday. I didn't do much reading. I didn't do any reading when I got home. I just did normal person things, I guess. Spent a lot of time playing with Cooper because it's the one night this week where I'm like in all night, and I kind of wanted to like devote that time to playing with him and like cuddling him and stuff. So yeah, not much reading done yesterday. I listened to, I think, about 6 hours of audiobook yesterday. I mean, triple time, so it was only about 3 hours that I actually listened. 2 hours that I actually listened to. God, Catherine, math. I do words, not maths, apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got about 3 hours left of that, so I'm definitely going to finish that today. My thoughts then are, well, I've got American Assassin here, and I'm like, I think 60 pages in, so I'm not very far in. Like, I just don't know if I'm going to finish it in time. I'm going to have to literally sit down and properly read it this weekend, but I've got, I'm going to a kickboxing barbecue tomorrow, so yeah, the time, who knows? Who's got the time? I don't know. So I'm going to try and finish it. Maybe I can do some reading tonight. I'm going to kickboxing, because I've been going like 3 times a week at the moment, because I'm fat and lazy, so to go to kickboxing is really good, because that's like good exercise and stuff. So yeah, after kickboxing, I guess I will catch up with you guys and let you know about the reading and stuff.
Well, Today was another vlogging type fail, to be honest with you. I did not vlog very much. It is Friday. I read a lot more if you count, well, I count audiobooks, so we're counting audiobooks. So, just a little wrap up of what I've done today. I have finished Hero in the Shadows by David Gemmell, and I loved it. I forgot what happened at the very end of this book, and I'm like, oh, that's what happened. And like, I'm really happy about the ending of it. And yeah, and I read it for Summerweenathon to do with the paranormal creatures, and there's pretty creepy demons in it. Waylander books always have the demons and the creepy, gross creatures in, so I was appreciating that one. And yeah, this is me just getting further along in my Draenei series rereads. So yeah, I finished this one, and then I realised that I'd forgotten to download the thing that I was actually going to download to listen to next, which was going to count for both Summerweenathon and the TBR readathon. It's going to be my last book of TBR readathon, and basically I'd forgotten to download it, so more on Little Me had to go with something else that I'd not read that was on my TBR and could apply. I don't think it does apply to any of the challenges at all. Can you count someone who has a pet? Because that's a Summerweenathon challenge. If someone has a horse, does that count? I'm going to say that counts. Okay, so this counts for that. So this is Quest for Lost Heroes by David Gemmell, and I remember this one really well. I remember really liking this one, and I have read 171 pages of this book. Well, listened to. I really enjoy the David Gemmell's audiobooks. And there's something about the narrator. He's like this gruff old man, but he just does these voices, and you're like, all right, then I'll go with it. I could believe that these people have this voice, and they're really good to listen to. And as always, he remains my favorite author ever. So of course I'm going to keep reading his books. I've been meaning to get around to this one for so long. So yeah, I will be finishing this off soon. And I'm going to keep on with American Assassin. I'm on page 101 of that one. That one's downstairs, and the cat's down there relaxing. And if I go downstairs, it'll just disturb him, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah. I've got, I think, about 300 pages left of American Assassin, so I'm going to get to reading that tomorrow when I got time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So, it is officially the end of Summerweenathon. It is like 18 minutes past midnight on the 24th, so I'm 18 minutes over the end of Summerweenathon. I actually finished my last book 7 minutes past, but I mean, that counts, right? 7 minutes. Give me that at least. So I'm just going to do a quick wrap up of the things that I read. I won't go into too much detail because if you want detail on it, then you're going to have to watch my end of month wrap up. But yeah, so I read the Book of M by Peng Shepherd for a book that gives you chills. I read The Foxhole Court for no challenge at all and literally didn't count for anything, but I read it this week anyway. I read Coraline, which was the group book, and that was one of the challenges. And I read Hero in the Shadows by David Gemmell, which counted as a book with paranormal creatures in it because it had a bunch of demons in it, and they were gross and scary. And just now I finished Quest for Lost Heroes by David Gemmell, and this is like my cheaty one, which I maybe mentioned to you briefly. A guy has a horse and he talks quite fondly of it, and so I'm really tired. That's what I'm counting. I've basically spent all day at a barbecue today. It's my kickboxing club barbecue, so I've been there in the sun having a nice day, and now I'm tired. But I did complete 4 challenges for the readathon, which is like the minimum, because there were like additional ones. I did read a certain number of pages from the from another challenge, thriller, which, you know, I tried. I kind of thought I'd have more time to read today, but because of barbecue, I ended up staying at the barbecue a lot longer than I thought I would. So yeah, I ended up there for a long time, so I didn't get to read as much as I'd like to read today. Oh well, you know, that's how it goes, isn't it? That's how readathons go. So yeah, I really am sorry that literally all of this readathon vloggingness is just going to be me talking at you and cats. Yep. I hope this wasn't too boring for you guys. I kind of didn't really have any choice to do anything else this week because of my whole computer dying. I've got a new one now, so I can go back to like regular videos. I'll still do some vlogs, but hopefully when I'm doing more interesting things than just sort of sitting here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you took part in this readathon and if you did any vlogs. I want to know how you found it, because I found it fun. I thought it was a really good readathon, actually. Very low pressure, and that is kind of what I needed right now. So without further ado, I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.